Hey Chooms, I'm a bit late with this, but this is gonna be my video for update 2.3. I found something kind of funny, so I figured this would be a good test run for covering updates in the future if there should be any more. I had to put the finishing touches on the last video and also wait for mods to update, but that gave me some time to sit with the patch and digest it for a couple days. I'm only going to be covering some of the more tangible stuff here, but there's a couple of bug fixes and other under-the-hood performance stuff that you can catch in the full patch notes, which I'm sure most of you have already. But let's just get started here and get the vehicles out of the way. There's 3 new cars and 1 new motorcycle. The Chevillon Legatus 450 Aquila is just straight up available for purchase from AutoFixer. No prerequisites or missions tied to this one. It's a big ass truck. It seems tanky, but pretty slow though. Next we have a new version of the Caliburn called the Mordred. For this one you have to have a few missions completed. These are Transmission, Search and Destroy, and the Beast and Me races in the Badlands and Santo Domingo. Eventually you'll get a text from El Capitan starting a new side job called Freedom. It's pretty straightforward, so if you want to experience it yourself, don't watch this next part. You first go up to the dam where a new scenario is spawned. After reading a shard on one of the bodies, you'll arrive at a construction site in Santo Domingo where the car will be sitting. Then you'll have to engage the private security team. I didn't catch this on my first go, but Arlene Anwill, one of the engineers that's part of the mission's story, is actually here, and once I knocked out some of the guards, she panicked and actually started running away. Once you clear the area and investigate the nearby computer, the car will suddenly take off. This car was commissioned by Yorinobu Arasaka. After texting with El Cap, you can decide whether to pursue it or not. Choosing to pursue it will lead you to an area of Santo where the Delamain with the Fear of Flamingos would be. The car will be lapping the area, and once you find it, you gotta shoot at it until it stops. Once you get into the car, you will have to evade the cops, and after doing so, the car will be yours. Third up is another 2-door speedster. This one comes through a Riverside job called Motor Breath. To get this one, you'll need to complete the Riverside job, The Hunt, and all of the Beast and Me races. So either winning the final race or sparing or killing Samson. Then eventually River will text you. A car was stolen from the NCPD and you pick up the coordinates of its last known whereabouts. Quick spoiler warning for the rest of the mission here. You are sent to a highway in Watson and will have to pursue the car and stop the drivers. They're like cyber psycho boss level enemies, so be prepared for combat. But once they are dealt with, the car is yours. If you can't manage to catch the car, I'm not sure what will happen. You might be screwed out of the mission. There's an additional side job related to the crystal coating for this car called Where Eagles Dare. This unlocks automatically after attempting to use the crystal coat feature. Finally, we have the new bike, the Yaiba or Yaiba ASM R250 Muramasa. This one requires purchasing 3 vehicles from AutoFixer and 1 Yaiba vehicle. I believe the pre-existing Yaiba branded vehicles are all bikes, so one of those should be good. It also requires completing the NCPD scanner mission You Play With Fire, which is located in Charter Hill near the Dynalar terminal. With my endgame save, the side job Nitro became available after reading a message on the apartment computer. If you've done all of that and it's still not appearing, you may need to hop around your apartments until you find the email. There also appears to be billboards around town that you can scan to start the mission. I found one near Tom's Diner, but I'm not sure if there are others. You'll be instructed to attend an event at Kuroshi campus. Once you arrive at the campus, the instructions are pretty clear. But spoiler alert if you want to do this mission on your own. When you arrive at the campus, you get to sit on a net running chair and enter the event through a robot proxy. You use this proxy to order the motorcycle, during which you can customize the bike a bit. I don't think you can change it after or order the bike again though. Anyways, this appeared to be a replacement body, and you know me. I no-clipped out of that joint and found a car. The proxy bot can drive. I reloaded and parked my bike close by, and the proxy bot can ride that too. Pretty cool. The proxy can't do anything else though. It can't even jump. I believe these proxy robots were reused from the Dogtown Gig Talent Academy. although these ones notably have a Kuroshi logo printed on them. I did find the use of a proxy a bit funny considering you're literally a few feet from where the event is. Back to the mission, after placing the order you will have to wait some time, so either sleep or go do other missions. You'll get a text telling you that the bike has arrived in Night City, and you can pick it up from a container at the port in City Center. They also added automatic driving either in your own car or by hailing Delamain as a cab. Delamain was broken for me, but I believe you're supposed to choose the location and then pay a small fare when you first enter it. You can turn Autodrive on and off at any time in a car, and it will default to the mission location if you have one highlighted. Otherwise, it will just drive aimlessly around Night City. For around a year, we've had a mod that does something similar, and I hear it even worked a bit better than the official implementation. There is a new cinematic camera that is pretty cool though. If you ever feel like vibing out, you can just sit back and listen to the in-game radio, or turn on a podcast or your own music. Last thing regarding vehicles is the ability to dismiss Johnny when he appears as a passenger. There was also a mod that essentially did the same thing, but now players on consoles can tell him to GTFO as well.
The fuck you gawking at?
Oh, fuck off. Tired of hearing your voice.
I respect that.
The last big set of upgrades came with Photomode. Some players don't use this at all, so these may not be too exciting, but it adds functionality for console players that mods like Photomode Unlocker and Photomode EX gave PC players. These include things like being able to change V's outfit and controlling which part of the body looked at the camera. There's also under the hood improvements in this as well, such as improved depth of field and lighting settings. They added more NPCs, 27 to be exact, although I'm not sure what the full list is. You could say that this one was inspired by a mod too. There's a new time and weather tab, which is excellent. There's a setting that lets the game world progress in real time, which is great for us creators or anyone looking to capture some nice cinematic shots. Also, confirmation for closing photo mode is a nice QOL change. There's one more thing I want to mention of the Easter egg variety. It's a place mentioned during some of the vehicle missions, so spoiler alert once again if you haven't done them. In Nitro, if you scan the other proxy robots, you can see where they are being controlled from. Some of these are being controlled from a place called the Plex. In the mission Freedom, the first shard you read also mentions a place called the Plex, and a computer message states that Yorinobu wanted the car for a trip there. In the side job for the Semimaru's crystal coat, you can find another mention of the Plex when checking the computer in a message addressed to the car's previous owner. According to the wiki, there is a shard about this place you can pick up in Phantom Liberty, although I have no idea where the shard is. It's an area of the NUSA along the East Coast from Boston to Washington, which is based on the real Northeast megalopolis. Normally I don't like to speculate, but they certainly went out of their way to mention this place, so maybe it's a tease for the next game or Edge Runner Season 2. A little while ago, Mike Pondsmith revealed the next game will have a second location that's like a Chicago gone wrong. Maybe the Plex will be that place, but I'll leave further speculation for someone else. There was a bit of buzz about some casino ads appearing in Night City, but I believe those have been in the game for a while and usually appear in Dogtown. Just for some reason the game may have glitched for someone, or the ads are now starting to pop up around the rest of the city. I personally haven't seen any, but just thought I'd mention it before I get comments about it. So to put it simply, there's nothing to see here. And that's it. For the most part, you could say a lot of things are just official implementations of mod features, which is about what you can expect for the game at this point. A couple new side jobs for the cars is nice. I don't mean to be too preachy here, but I think anyone expecting more than this was horribly misled or confused. They said the scope would be pretty similar to the last patch pretty early on, at least close to the original release date around the end of June. Maybe you missed that, or maybe your favorite content creator chose to conveniently ignore it. But this update and any future one should not be gassed up to that extent. I'm pretty sure during the Nitro quest they reused animations from the beginning of the game. That should illustrate the limit of what Virtuos is able to accomplish. If the next update is 3.0, then I would raise my eyebrows at that. But 2.4 or 2.5, etc., probably not much. Some people blamed CDPR for making a big deal about delaying the update and generating hype by doing a stream for it. Well, sometimes last-minute bugs come up, and as you can see, even with the extra time, things are still not quite perfect. They did a stream for the last patch too, so I don't really know what that is all about. I think the best course of action is to not expect anything else. Then, if something does come, it's a nice bonus. I'm not sure how much more is left in the tank for this game, but if CDPR keeps outsourcing these minor updates to third parties, then who knows. But if you'd like to see me continue to cover patches in the future, let me know, or if this patch offended you, you can let me know that too. That does it for this video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.